These two boxes combined are worth around $7,000. You read that right. $7,000. These are mystery boxes for you, the viewer. I know what most all the contents are except for one item. So let me actually go back in time. Let me tell you how I managed to get $7,000 worth of PopKingPaul mystery boxes. Mystery boxes for the viewer, not so much for me. So I've actually talked about recently when I was on live feeds on the Luau's channel and on Dr. Applesauce's channel that I no longer sell mystery boxes myself. I did probably 5 or 6 Funko Pop mystery box runs, and it's a lot of work. So I have a lot of respect for like PopKingPaul, who's doing like these massive drops every single week. It's a lot of work. I mean, it is a lot of work doing these Funko Pop mystery box runs. And like I said, I did a few, but I'm done. I will no longer sell Funko Pop mystery boxes. But here's the thing. I had a lot of very expensive Funko Pop Grails left that I was holding back for mystery box runs. You know, it was in the thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of... It was like 24 pops that were worth thousands of dollars. So since I'm done with mystery boxes and I resell pops, I reached out to PopKingPaul and said, hey, you do mystery box runs. I've got, I don't want to give you how much they were worth, but I mean, these comics here were $7,000. So that kind of gives you a general idea, but I made sure that he got a very fair deal, you know, because that's his full-time kind of job now. So reached out to him and said, hey, I have a lot of very expensive Funko Pops, and if you would like these, let's work out a trade. Let's do a deal. So that's what we did. I said, you know what? Do you have any comic books, or can you get comic books? And here's kind of like I gave him this list of books that I'm looking for, and certain books that I already have a copy of, but I want double ups and I want triple ups of like speculation comic books. So it took probably a couple months in the making before we got the entire deal finalized, and like PopKingPaul's last mystery box run, that $700 box or $750 box, a lot of those pops actually came from my mystery box stash that I had. So yeah, that's where a lot of those pops came from in that very expensive box run that he just did, like last weekend ish. Yeah, they were from the Franchise Kicks stash of Funko Pop. So we just made a trade. He traded me a lot of comic books. Well, not really a lot expensive comic books, and I gave him some very expensive Funko Pops. So we both got something that we wanted, and yeah, I'm pretty excited. So that's my little spiel right there. That took me like what, 5 minutes to go through. So if you stuck to that entire thing, kudos to you, because I probably wouldn't have. I just wasn't sure how to really explain the whole thing. I'm just doing this on a whim, you know. So once again, PopKingPaul packaging is fantastic as always. Yeah, he said that in this, he put in 1 extra comic book as a bonus that I don't know about, but everything else I should know about. So at least there is 1 comic in here that for me is a mystery, and which one is the mystery, I don't know. Not until I get to it. Yeah, I mean, we worked out this deal. We went back and forth on how many times he had to go to his like comic book guy or guys that he buys from, and we had to work this out. But yeah, we both got a very fair deal. He got some pretty big grails for a mystery box run, and I got some comics for myself to keep back as speculation books or just for my personal collection. Man, just pulling these out, make it a little bit looser. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. Oh, here we go. First one. This was on my list that I really wanted. We have Journey into Mystery number 84, the second appearance of Thor and the first ever appearance of Jane Foster. Jane Foster is going to appear in the Thor #3 movie, and the speculation says she's actually going to become the new Thor. But this is a pretty nice copy, 6.5 off-white to white pages. It presents actually a lot better than a 6.5. Actually, it presents really, really well. But yeah, this is the second appearance of Thor and the first appearance of Jane Foster in my collection now. Happy about that comic. I really wanted that comic. Next one. Oh, here is the big piece from the entire trade that we did. This is one that I've been wanting for quite a while. Very nice. We have Fantastic Four number 52, the first ever appearance of Black Panther. Graded 8.5 off-white pages. This comic right here, this was pretty expensive. This was like the main expensive comic as part of the trade that he did. This one was like, you know, the cream of the crop, the coup de grace of the high-end trade that we did with each other. I mean, he gave me some high-end books, comic books, and I gave him some pretty high-end Funko Pops. That's a nice clean copy too. 8.5. It's a pretty good grade too. This is made in July of 1966. Pretty old comic. So right there's the first two. That's just the first two comics. So at home, you can actually kind of figure out, you know, that me and PopKingPaul, we did a pretty big trade with each other. We weren't playing around. I mean, we gave each other some pretty big, expensive comics and Funko Pops. Here we go. Last one in this one, we've got... I actually already own this one. This one for me is just going to be a double up. We have Captain America number 117. This is the origin and first appearance of Falcon, Sam Wilson, and Red Wing. A Red Skull appearance and a MODOK cameo. Graded 7.5 off-white pages. Yeah, I already have this comic. I have it graded a 9.0 white pages. So this one I just got just for a double up. I figured it'd be a good idea. So there's the first 4 graded comics right there. You got 3 pretty big key issue comics right there. But we got one more in this one. He put this one. And then there are quite a few comics that are not graded CGC. They're loose comics. See which ones are these. Carefully. Oh, nice. Here we go. Here's one of the first bigger ungraded raw copies. That's actually a pretty high grade copy too. We have Ultimate Fallout number 4. This is the first appearance of Miles Morales. And if you follow comic books, Miles Morales, the new Spider-Man, Miles is probably the hottest comic book character in the world right now in 2020. Miles Morales is blowing up everywhere. I mean, right now it's all about Miles, and he's going to appear in his own PS5 game, I guess, coming out soon. PS4, PS5 game, plus the new Into the Universe, or the Spider-Verse, I mean, is coming out a year or two. And then we have Amazing Spider-Man number 252. I think is this the first appearance of Spider-Man in the black suit? I think it's the first appearance. I think. But yeah, this is a double up for me. I just wanted another copy of it. This is also newsstand variant. Or this might not have a direct edition variant. This might all be like a barcode newsstand variant. I'm not sure on that. Then this will be my 5th copy of this one. We have New Mutants number 98. Another decently copy. I wouldn't say this is no, this is probably more like a 94, 92, 94. It could use a press. But this is my 5th copy of, this is the first appearance of Deadpool. This is my 5th one. I have 3 grade 9.8. And now it gives me 2 raw copies. Very happy. So let me actually clear this up. We'll get to the second box. Here you go, box number 2. Trying to think what other comics are left that I picked out. I think that first box, I think had, of course, it had the biggest one, the first Black Panther, and then it had the Miles. It had the first appearance of Jane Foster, the second appearance of Thor. Some raw copies of Miles Morales and Deadpool. In that first box, they had some of the bigger comics as part of this trade that we did. So this one, I think, from what he said, he put in like a surprise comic for me. Would not tell me which one it was. I have no idea. Just as kind of like a thank you for an easy, smooth deal that we made with no kind of hiccups. You know, like we both sent at the same time because we trusted each other that this deal would go down. If you do make trades with people online, be careful. If you have to send first, you better make sure that person is legit. They're trustworthy. Like with me and PopKingPaul, me and him have been talking to each other for probably a good year plus now. So I trusted him, he trusted me, and we both sent at the same time, and everything went 100% smooth. Well, okay, here's the first one. Yes. Oh yeah, I forgot about this one. This was on my list of ones that I wanted to get. Malibu Sun, number 13. This is graded 9.4 white pages and autograph by Todd McFarlane. So this is actually, Spawn number 1 is considered the first appearance of Spawn. This actually is the true first appearance of Spawn. This is when he first made an appearance in like a comic book type of thing, was Malibu Sun number 13. And it's actually autographed by Todd McFarlane, makes it even freaking sweeter. But yeah, this was on my list of comics that I really wanted. I finally got one. So this is signed by Todd McFarlane on January 17th, 2020. In this thing, it says it has Spawn pinups. The back of it also has Spawn on the back of the comic. Pretty cool looking, right? Then Spawn on the front. So technically, this is not considered the first appearance of Spawn, but technically, it is. Malibu Comics was the first actual appearance of Spawn. Technical appearance. It's going to be technical. But I wanted it. I already have 3 or 4 copies of Spawn number 1. I wanted the Malibu Sun. The true first appearance of Spawn. We got a couple books left here. Here we have Thor number 165. The first full appearance of him, Warlock. The top of the thing's taped. I don't want to tear up the bag too much. Yeah, Warlock supposedly is supposed to be in the MCU sometime here in the near future, they keep saying. This is a 8.0 white pages. Very clean copy. This presents really well for 8.0. I don't even see a spine tick on it. If there is a spine tick, there's no color-breaking spine ticks. That's actually an extremely high-grade copy for an 8.0. Very happy with that. Yeah, I wanted to add this into my collection before Warlock actually hit the MCU, before he hit the big screen. Once that happens, usually comics go up in value. And here's the last one. We have Captain America number 217. 9.4 white pages. So this one is the first appearance of Marvel Man. Wendell Vaughn later becomes a Quasar. Texas Twister, Blue Streak, and Vamp appearance. But first appearance of Marvel Man, graded 9.4 white pages. Fantastic grade on that book. That's actually pretty high quality for this. January 1978. The first appearance of Marvel Man later becomes Quasar. Yeah, so that was fantastic. This had some pretty big books in it. Where's like this one? That's just huge. The first Jane Foster, the second Thor. That's big. This one's the biggest one, the whole deal we made. Fantastic Four number 52, the first appearance of a Black Panther. The first time Black Panther was ever in a comic book. It's a big book right there. That's a nice one. 8.5. That's a nice one. But yeah, I mean, wow. So yeah, very fair trade amongst us. I got a lot of key issues for my collection. Some key issues to hold back for speculation. I got a few double ups in here, like what, maybe 2, 3, 4, 3 double ups, something like that. A few of those like triple ups and quadruple ups, but I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so PopKingPaul, once again, huge thank you. smooth transaction, flawless trade. He's happy. I'm extremely happy. And this is what a $7,000 PopKingPaul mystery box looks like whenever you do a trade with them. Go big or go home, right? So I'll see you next time.